Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. Welcome, I'm Chris. This is your daily Bitcoin news update. Let's get right to the quick price update, which is no change from yesterday. We're hanging right around $43,000, and that's it. No change. Anything above 42,000 is good for us, which means we're probably going to go up, and that's it. The next 18 months is going to be a bull run. It's going to be fun and exciting. Let's get to the news stories. Well, right now, $825 billion is the Bitcoin market cap, $825 billion. The global investable asset base is $250 trillion. Okay, and if you do the math, Bitcoin is just 0.33% of the global asset base. So early. Yeah, this just puts it into perspective how little money is in Bitcoin right now. I mean, the market cap isn't even 1 trillion. I think the last bull run or the last peak we had, the all-time high, I think we were over $1 trillion market cap, but now we're not. But we're going to get there. But anyway, it's still early. And just in, Cathie Wood, her company is called ARK. She says the optimal Bitcoin allocation for portfolios is 19.4%. And that's up 3x from 6.2% in 2022. So what she's saying is basically 1/5, basically 20% of all your invested assets in your investment portfolio, 20% should be in Bitcoin. That's what she's saying, okay? This is not financial advice, and you have to make up your own mind. And, there was actually a cool comment here from Carl Menger. Look, numbers for ants. Everything below 95% is bearish. Yeah, there are some awesomely crazy Bitcoiners. I love it. I might be one of them, but I don't think I'm at 95% yet. Anyway, let's keep moving. Now, this is the big news of the day. The U.S. Department of Energy announced an emergency data collection initiative targeting U.S. Bitcoin miners. Yeah, so all of a sudden the government is going to start harassing miners. You know, they aim to start collecting data on Bitcoin and crypto miners' energy consumption from at least 82 mining companies starting next week. And as Grayson puts it, welcome to the then they fight you stage of Bitcoin adoption. The ruling class is freaking out. Joe Biden's handlers attempting to dictate to Americans how to use their own electricity. Yeah, this is not cool, and we know why it's happening. And this is an article. And by the way, I link to everything in the show notes, so anything and everything I mention will literally have a link right to it in the show notes. So yeah, it's just crazy what's going on. So Marty Bent says, if you are an operator in the Bitcoin mining industry in the US, it is imperative that you ignore this survey and tell the EIA, the Department of Energy, and the current administration to F off. Yeah, Marty Bent, he's not mincing his words there. All right, this is an interesting video, which I watched part of it, but this is a great video made by Bitcoin University today about why bankers are blaming Bitcoin and why they're all freaking out. This is a really good video. I'll link to it. It's only 7 minutes and 22 seconds, but I obviously don't have time to play the whole thing, but I will link to it. Definitely watch that one. And this is just more political nonsense. We'll just cover this very quickly. Representative Ilhan Omar gets community noted, then ratioed by Milena Mayorga. Basically, she bashed El Salvador and saying that El Salvador is not a democratic country, and it actually is. El Salvador is a sovereign country. The biggest threat to democracy is the U.S. interfering in their elections. And as a side note, Nayib Bukele, who's the president of El Salvador, literally has double the approval rating of Grandpa Joe Biden. So this is a good example of stupid politicians who don't know what they're talking about. They're just trying to push an agenda that everything is authoritarian and Bitcoin's bad. It's just stupid. Look, they get embarrassed on Twitter and they don't care. They just keep spewing the same garbage. So breaking news. This might be the big story of the day. Argentina eliminates taxes on Bitcoin. I tell you, the guy who just became president, man, he seems to be doing well. Although some people think he's a WEF shill. I know he spoke at the WEF. What's his name again? I forgot that guy. The new president of Argentina, Milei. Yeah, President Milei. Anyway, this is good news. And look, they're leading. El Salvador and now Argentina, they're leading the way, showing us all that Bitcoin can be adopted and should be adopted and should be used because it's the greatest store of value ever invented in the history of mankind. So, and speaking of adoption, Bitcoin Java cards could help bank millions in Africa and billions next. So, yeah, they're rolling out these different initiatives for people in third world countries to embrace Bitcoin and benefit from using Bitcoin. And these so many people in the third world are unbanked. They don't have bank accounts. And so Bitcoin is easy to adopt, it's easy to implement, and it will help them so much. So this is why, like, I think in the United States, especially with the news and the stupid politics and social garbage, and people think of Bitcoin as like, oh, we don't need Bitcoin, we have the US dollar. But what about the rest of the world? You know, there's 7.7 billion people in the rest of the world. A lot of them are adopting Bitcoin. So you got to look at the whole world. You can't just look at the US. And here's a cool app called the Strike app. This is an app where you can send Bitcoin and also US dollars. And it's a really cool app. And Jack Mallers is the CEO. He's really into freedom and liberty and Bitcoin. And here is here's a video from the BTC course. This guy, he makes cool videos, very helpful videos, how to buy, sell, and send Bitcoin with Strike. So Strike is a cool Bitcoin app. I just wanted to mention it. You know, I just from time to time mention apps. Speaking of apps, Damus, which is the biggest NOSTR app for the iOS platform, they introduced Purple. It's a premium tier for project supporters. Yeah, so a lot of the people who are building NOSTR apps, they're not making money yet. It's like, I mean, when you think Bitcoin adoption is very little right now, I mean, NOSTR is like little, tiny compared to that. So NOSTR is so young and small, but these app developers are doing a great job, and they're trying to build this out, and we need NOSTR. So this Purple, the premium tier on Damus, is really helpful. So if you're on iOS, get Damus, use Damus, and get on this Purple thing and donate some Satoshis. It really helps everybody. And here's some predictive programming. They're getting you ready here for a false flag or a state of emergency or some sort of a play to take away more rights. The FBI director is warning of Chinese hackers preparing for attack on the U.S. The FBI says Chinese hackers are targeting U.S. electrical grid, water, and transportation. This is scary because this is how they do it. First, they'll pretend like someone else is going to do it, and then it's an inside job. And the reason they do it is to obviously take more of your freedoms and liberties away and scare the bejesus out of everyone, right? So beware. When something major happens in these areas, beware. Don't take it at face value, right? Do not take it at face value. Okay, and here's exciting news. Ria Bitcoin in 2024, they just announced the dates, August 22nd and 23rd, 2024, NOSTR. It's in Riga, Latvia, August 22nd to 23rd. Wow, it'd be nice to go to that. Anyway, that's it. But tomorrow is our first Bitcoin panel at 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do it every Friday at 4. Check it out on this channel, Fractal Bitcoin. This is our website. And on the top here, you see it says Join Our Locals Community. Click on that. Go over to Locals. Join our Locals community. Start hanging out with us and chatting with us. It's a lot of fun. If you have questions, we can help. And everyone helps each other. It's beautiful. We need a good community to hang out. So that's it for today. Definitely please subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, and like the video and all that. It really helps. And try to tell someone you know about this show. It might help them. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.